so I can hear you better, or I can hear the beeps when they come in, and we can talk, and we can have all those great conversations that we do on a Saturday as we're driving. I just put up a short that is essentially, I'm going to get rid of some of these notifications, telling you what I just had for breakfast and where I am. So if you go there, you have an idea where I'm starting from. Just saying. I had the breakfast of champions. I went to a Buc-ee's. Yay! You don't know which Buc-ee's though. You have to check that out. So, anyways, I am leaving a Buc-ee's as we speak. Oh yeah, and had a great time. Rosie and I had a nice little breakfast here. Treated myself. We're going for a little Saturday drive. Got some stuff to do. It is a big, big, big week. As most of you know, is the weekend prior to Thanksgiving. And if you are like any other person out there who might be getting ready to host or getting ready to bring a side dish or all those kind of things, the world is at the grocery store, let's be honest. And I am cooking for a small horde of people. Actually, it's not that bad. I shouldn't complain. It's not as bad as it has been in the past. Hey, Tina, how you doing? Hey, Michelle. Buc-ee's is a good place. I know. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. I love this. These are my new glasses, okay? But they're pair eyewear. I love these things. Oh, instant sunglasses. Love, love, love this. It is a game changer in my world because before the last glasses I had were not prescription sunglasses. So these are prescription glasses. Ooh la la, haha. And then just clip those on. Now I've got some other things that clip on too. I'm so glad you had fun, Tennessee, Tina. I'm very, very, very jealous. I would have loved to have met up with you. It's been a crazy few weeks. I have been events, stuff. Really, really excited. Been hosting and doing the RV Queens podcast. Really fun, a lot of fun. But I have a lot of interviews. Been doing all my interviews, trying to batch the bit on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But the new one just came out with the Morgan White, I might say, who is a fantastic van lifer, really cool friend. And if you guys haven't checked it out, go to the RV Queens podcast. I'll be going in you'll be in Florida next month. Fantastic. Well, I'm not going to be there till January, but I'll be there soon enough. So we'd love to catch up with everyone while everybody's in Florida. It's going to be fun. Hold on. Got to grab a sip here. Nectar of the gods is what sweet tea is, as far as I'm concerned. Fantastic. But I've got to get these glasses a little tweaked because they keep sliding down my nose. So I'm still working on that. There's a thing called Nerd Wax. If you've never heard of Nerd Wax, you might want to look into it. You put it actually in on your nose guard or bridge or whatever, and then your glasses don't slide. Oh, you love sweet tea too. See? I knew we had something in common. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm going to go get some more Nerd Wax. I can put my glasses until I can get them bent and fitted to my face properly, like every proper girl. So let's see what we got going on out here. Hello. We are in process of merging on the highway. The lovely skies great. Looks like a little rain. And we've had quite a few storms in the area, so a lot of the leaves are off the trees. So sad, because I really, really enjoyed having the leaves in the trees. It was so pretty. So, so, so pretty. But yeah, it's been interesting. I am still in Alabama, and I'll be in Alabama for a little while till I hit Tennessee. I'm going to Tennessee today. A friend of mine passed away this week that I think we just need to talk about, because if you don't know who Todd Snyder is, you should. Look it up. Google him. He was a fantastic, and I mean fantastic, singer-songwriter. And more importantly, he was a good person. And I'm glad it stopped raining. Yeah, me too, Michelle. Me too, absolutely. I actually go see Todd's mom. And it's sort of a funny story because I met this lady, her name's Mickey, by the way, that's mom. And I didn't put two and two together. I just didn't. And then one day she was telling me about her kids. I was like, oh, and then she says, oh, well, I'm Todd's mom. I'm like, huh? Like, and it just hit me. I'm like, okay, this makes more sense. And I really adore Mickey. I think she's a wonderful woman. And I've really treasured all my conversations I've had with her. But my heart has just been going out to her because I cannot imagine the death of a child, no matter how old the child is. I think he was 59 when he passed away. And so that's just, it's heartbreaking for me. So I'm going to go pay my condolences, or maybe get her mind off something, or offer to take her somewhere or do something for her, because I just can't imagine. So I'm on my way up to Nashville to go do that. That's what I'm doing today, on top of doing some really cool RV Queen stuff. So let me, dun, 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 go around some trucks here. I'm a stickler these days. I'm really digging having cruise control. I don't know about you guys when you're traveling out there. I have a very bad hip right now, and it is whew, not my favorite thing to do, having to lift and and of course it's my right hip. Of course it's my right hip. The one I, drive with and need the most. So yeah, gotta love it. Anyways, let me put you guys out there. Whew, get a little better view for you. And it's a little bouncy today, isn't it? Just a little. Just a little. So it is 70 degrees in northern Alabama. And I know it's definitely colder up north. I have lots of friends who are taking drive trips today. So a lot of people are coming down to the Florida area. They're getting ready for their Florida in the wintertime. So that's going to be a really nice time to see everybody. I am looking to make more friends all over the country. Now, there's a sort of a circuit, I'd say, of people who chase the 70s every year, right? They chase the 70 degrees. They want to go here. They want to go there. And I get it. And I think that's completely fair, especially if you're in a van or an RV and, you don't have the best of insulation and things like that. But I want to do more fall, winter camping in colder places. I actually don't mind that. I really don't. It's something I actually enjoy. I'd rather be cooler than really hot. Not a fan of I know some of you caught some of my shorts earlier this week. I had a special guest. I had Boondock with Boomer stop by on his way to Florida, stop by, and we went out to dinner kind of thing. And it was sort of fun, but he's on his way. We're going to meet some really neat friends of ours in Florida. We're all going to be going to Van Fest and Peace Loving Vans and all these great things. So there's a lot of us that are going to be there, and I can't wait to see everybody in person. I really can't. And if you're looking to volunteer and help out, I think they're still looking for volunteers. So it's a great way to meet new friends when you volunteer, and you never know. You never know, that might be the person or persons that you become caravanning with the next year. How cool is that? So look at those blue skies. See, I just need to go a little closer to Tennessee, right? So much fun. All right, so it's Q&A time. Q&A, maybe bumpy. I have some questions that people have asked me that I'm going to answer. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me in the chat too, because that's why I love this chat. I can read it now with my fancy glasses. I'm going to answer a few of them. Okay, number one, how much did you pay for your RV for my Winnebago Echo? It's a great question, and I'm more than happy. Tia says, well, I'll set up for volunteering at it. Good. You should volunteer. It's a lot of fun. You contact them ahead of time. Go to the website and then tell me when to volunteer, because I think it's a lot more fun to volunteer and make friends. But the question was, how much did I pay for my Winnebago Echo, or was it given to me? That was the real question. Did Winnebago give me an RV, or did I buy it? Bottom line is, bought it. So my money, my rig, and it's my decision what to do with it. And because of that, I've modified it. Like I say, Charlie-fied it to do exactly what I need and have the things I need in it. So I've upgraded, of course, so much stuff. I've upgraded the electrical, I've upgraded the suspension, I've upgraded the interior. Is there anything wrong with it the way you buy it? No, it's fine. But the way I use it, I'm not a weekend warrior. I'm in it a lot more, and I work out of it and stuff like that. So, at time when I bought this, the competition for this particular type of rig, there wasn't much competition out there. And I really liked the floor plan a lot. That was one of the big things. And I thought, this is going to work. And as much as I love a good slide, and I love some more room and all that kind of stuff, I don't like slides that leak. I've had slides that leak, and it's just one more thing. I've also liked the fact that I can get up and go. I've been sometimes at a place where I have a slide doesn't want to come in. Yay. So now we're stuck. I'm at the point in my life where I want it simple, I want easy. There's Stan. Good morning, Charlie, Grace, and friends. Hey, buddy, how are you? We're talking about some Q&A questions that people have sent me, and I'm going to answer because I haven't answered it before. So one of the questions was, did I buy, or did Winnebago give this to me? And no, I bought it, my own money. So I can say what I want. I'm not under any contract with Winnebago. I'm not under any kind of clause that says I can't talk good, bad, or ugly. I will always tell you guys the truth. That is my promise to you. I will never show you a product that I don't like, because I don't like doing those kind of videos. It's not my favorite. It's not one of those, hey, here's a product I reviewed and it sucked. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you things I use and show you things I like. Right now, I'm sort of in my, call it RAM mount stage of getting different RAM mount and accessories in my RV. I have this huge Terra X Overlander thing right by my radio that I love because I can put my phone and my this and my that and all my little gadgets. It's within arm's reach. If there's a crisis and I need, so if I'm overlanding, I need to grab my Midland radio, boom, it's right there. If I need to look at my tire pressure monitor, boom, it's right there. Everything I need, and I can take it out and I can charge it. It's really, really, really super handy. So once again, own it. I can alter it what I want to do to it. Now, looking back, here comes the next question. Would you buy it again? And I just had this conversation with another lady because she actually just bought, her name is Marianne. Hey, Marianne, hope you're watching. She's really cool. She had a really cool travel trailer and she spent a lot of money to get it exactly the way she wanted it. And I met her out in Colorado, but she wants to do more overlanding and she wants to have a drivable. And I get that. I totally get that. That's where I was. I looked into maybe doing a towable. I just like driving. It's done. I can just park, go in the back, have my lunch, park, go in the back, go to the bathroom. I feel safer having a drivable. Big difference there. I've heard so many friends have stories of they boondock somewhere and they're back in their rig, but they can't get to their truck to move. Not something I would like. That's not in my comfort zone. I would not like that. So there's that one. So would I buy it again? Knowing what I know now, and with having other competition out there, and I'm talking open trail, and looking at quality of products, design, warranty, everything else out there, if I'm looking for a quality, and I mean quality of products, because a lot of people complain about these things, I would say that Tiffin has a fantastic quality box fan. I would say the open is probably one of the heroes. I've seen the people who and this is another thing, I really like the people that work on it. I think that they've done some great decision making in putting things together. So I'd say for the money and for all the money that I put into this, what you get walking out the door, Tiffin Open Trail sort of got it beat. It just does. It really does. Now, if you're looking for instant community, like a big community, hey there, my camper, reading the chat while driving, please. Oh no, it goes in my ear. It goes in my ear, actually. It reads it in my ear, so don't worry about it. You're fine. Good statement, though. Love that. Because I am paying attention. Let me show you guys what I'm driving to here, what we're looking at. Ta-da! Plus the get up and go aspect is a good thing, I think. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I like the get up and go. It's a scary thing when you start talking to people, you start hearing those stories, but it sort of is what it is. Ross Monster, also a really good, interesting build. You've got to like the floor plan. I love the back area. I really do. Where it's like the big, all the windows and things like that. But it's got a Murphy bed. And the Murphy bed is nice. I don't know, there's something about a bed. Oh, it's a bed, it's done, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to make it, you don't have to do this, do that. I like my regular bed. I really do. It's pretty handy. Pretty handy. Okay, so the answer is if you're looking for add water instant community, Winnebago's got it hands down. Hands down. Now, do I think Tiffin's gonna get it? Yeah, I do. And does Tiffin have a community? Oh yeah. Oh, and their adventure community is pretty cool. But as far as numbers go right now, Winnebago's got that. They just do. And I think that Tiffin will rival them relatively soon. I have no problem with that. It is a new product for them, so it's like their first pancake. And I know the things that they're upgrading and putting in, lessons learned they're doing is pretty fantastic. So I have nothing bad to say. I really don't. Nothing bad to say. Now, have I had some issues with my Winnebago? Of course. I've been driving it. That's what you do, right? Okay, whoo. So moderator, a moderator reads, yeah, it reads by my ear. Reads by my ear. I've got ear, I love this. It's a program. It's pretty cool. I love that. Anyways, so that's my take on a couple of those things as far as like, would I buy it again? That was a good question. And I probably would buy it again, but I think, well, let me take that back. Would I buy it again? Let's just say Tiffin offered to fix my rig while I was at Tiffin. And I love my Winnebago people. I really do. I think they're really nice people, but I would say their quality is not where it could be. And that's sort of sad because for years and years, it was very much quality. I think it's just a transition of people, with experience and non-experience, and I don't know. And then you just don't know how it's going to work. But I'm still a fan. I mean, I have it. It's like owning a Jeep, right? Everyone who owns a Jeep, they just modify the crap out of it. I modify the crap out of mine. So there you go. And I'm going to keep my dually tires. That was a big discussion. Are you going to go super singles or dualies? I'm going to keep my dualies because it is a very heavy rig. And yes, I do. I don't want to say overlanding per se. I do go off road. I do some stuff, but I'm not planning on going rock crawling anytime soon. Yeah, that's just the way it is. That's not really how I roll. But I will go camping in the middle of nowhere. I like that. Okay, those are two good questions. All right, the third question that someone asked me. Hold on. Drink break. Sweet tea break. Yum. Gotta love that. Third question someone asked me was, excuse me, how much time does it take to have a YouTube channel? If you only knew. A lot. A lot. So for every video that I put out, let's just pick on a 10-minute video. If I do a 10-minute video, just think it took 10 hours to do that 10-minute video. So 1 hour per minute. Do I use an editor? No. Do I use anybody to help me? No. Do I do it all? Yes. And that is why it's so time consuming. And that is why lately I've only been able to put out a few videos here and there. I try to get one out every Sunday. That's my goal. I definitely put out shorts all the time because they're, of course, easier to get out. And I try to do them, not in real time, but close enough to real time. Today was real time, though. Today was one of those real time shorts. But yeah, it's a lot of work. And the expectation, you have to maintain so many watch hours a year to maintain your monetization and to maintain your status. And this time of year is the hardest time of year. And I don't know why. This is the second year in a row where all of a sudden we lose subscribers. And it's random. It's weird and random. I don't understand this. So last year we had this crazy drop. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And it's sort of the same time this year. So do me a favor. I'm going to go through and talk to people again. Make sure you guys are subscribed. That's number one. And share it out because I'm going to need to make sure we keep our numbers up there so we can, do more things. What does YouTube do for me? I get some pennies, nickels, dimes every now and again from videos and things like that. It's definitely not a get rich, quick kind of thing. That's for sure. That's not what this is about. But I wanted to do YouTube to help other people out where I didn't have anybody when I was doing this, really, truly. And I was truly looking for a community. And I thought, well, I couldn't find one to join, like really couldn't find everyone I found. It just wasn't working. And then I found RB Queens. I was like, that's way cool. But I also kept thinking of all these women who are not, I didn't have initially, I didn't have a Winnebago. I didn't have an Add Water Instant community. I had a Thor product. And Thor doesn't have a lot of community stuff. They just don't. And so I needed to find my tribe. So I thought, well, let me start the adventure crew and see if I can help you guys find your tribe. And for women, hey, come be an RV queen. Come be a van life queen with me. Let's have some fun. And for my dude friends out there, come be a part of the adventure crew. It's fantastic. We get to hang out and talk and nerd out on RV stuff and nerd out on stats. And oh, here we go, guys. Dun, dun, dun. We're coming into Tennessee. Dun, 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 dun. All righty. Woohoo. All right, here comes the sign for Pulaski and Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Good morning, everybody. Hey there, Miss Jones. How are you? Matt Camper says, YouTube is a great creative outlet and the viewers become friends. It's true. It's true. The whole reason I stick with my, behind the wheel live stream is because it's nice to have a place where we can all get together and hang out and talk, right? It's true. Some of us are in different stretches of the world and country, and we have friends in Canada show up, people in Florida, people in Texas, people in California. It's fun, and we get to talk and ask questions and things like that. It's really nice. I know this past Wednesday on Behind the Wheel overtime, but there was a couple things. We actually had people on the live. I brought people up for the first time in a long time. I normally don't have people come up because it could be, if it's the first time doing a live stream, it can be a little daunting. But okay, so that was one of the questions. Let's move on to the next question. I got a list. Trust me, I got a list. It's crazy. Hold on. Okay, a subset of someone saying, how much did you pay for the camper is, um, they want to know what my monthly payment was. And that's a really good question. I did put some money down, but it's still a lot. It's like around $1,500 a month. It's not cheap, not cheap at all. It's a house payment. It's definitely a house payment. So it is a stretch for me to do that. It is not an easy thing to do. Is it something that I'm proud I did? Absolutely. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So I forget how much money I put down, but it was a chunk of change too. So I want to get it paid off as soon as I possibly can. They do offer 10, 20, and sometimes even 30-year notes on these because it's a lot of money. I think the average cost of these selling is between 170, 185, 199, depending on what kind you get and if it's painted and that kind of thing. So if you think about that at a 30-year mortgage, you're looking at least $1,200 a month, right? At least. So, and then there's insurance and registration and title, all those other kind of fees that go with it. So just be aware of it. Sometimes it's easier getting a home equity loan, or if you own your home and doing something like that. But sometimes it's just if you already own your home, do you really want to get a note on your house? There's another issue. So, anyways, we just got the loan. Got the loan. Rosie and I are like, okay. Rosie put her paw print down. She co-signed for me. She's a lot more famous than I am. She has much more pull with these banks than I do. They just want to see Rosie. I go to the bank, I bring the dog. Let's be honest. I go to the bank, I bring the dog. They love to see the dog. Am I with her? Yes, you can get your picture with Rosie. That's fine. Bless it. She's a hot commodity. I'm a nobody. All right. Let's see. Payment. Da 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 da. Oh, how much we'll keep going on the money track, right? How much money does it cost a month, like to live in this? So I would say my biggest expense, other than good old fashioned monthly payment, is fuel, diesel. It's diesel, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as you think. I mean, I just got done paying. What did I pay? $3.19 at Buc-ee's. For a gallon. I'm doing pretty well. And let me see if I can get this right. If I can do this correctly here. Dun, dun, dun. I'll look at my little thing down here. Okay, guys, just hold tight. I'm getting about 16.9 miles per gallon. 16.9. That's impressive. For this bigger rig, I think that's pretty impressive. If you guys have a rig, let me know in the comments below what you guys get miles per gallon. I was, on my last Class CA, I was getting 8. It was gas, 8 miles per gallon. And I had a lot of friends who were having these really big rigs, and that's sort of what they were getting. It was more like gallons to the mile. So I'm pretty happy with my fuel economy. That's not bad. I do get propane. I would say I probably go through more propane in the summertime than I go through propane in the wintertime. And that's mainly because I may have to use my generator because of air conditioning. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to sell my house and get an RV next year. Oh, you are? Very cool. Sorry I'm late. I was out making... Okay. I'm trying to listen. Boomer, I think yours came in with a French accent because you're Canadian. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You'll have to tell me more later. Anyways, we are driving by another one of my favorite truck stops. If you are a truck stop person, it's called the Tennessean. Love the Tennessean. It's off I-65 in Tennessee, and they have everything there. And I mean everything. I love me some Buc-ee's, but if you want to promote local, they do all sorts of stuff. Boomer, you're calling me Boomer now, and now French Canadian. How dare you? Ooh la la. Sell the house a couple years before. Yeah, I think here's the way I feel about this, guys. Most of my friends who go full time, they do it, and they do it for a couple years. Okay. But then you get to a point where you're like, okay, it's a lot of work. Because it's a lot of work. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. Depending on if you're a person that is, I always have to be hooked up to a campground, or are you a person like me who might be hooked up to a campground a couple times a month, but the rest are boondocking? It's a different way of looking at it. Oh, you're going to see Steve and Audra? Please, yes, give them my love. That would be great. Tell them I said hey. Very nice. If you guys haven't checked out Steve and Audra's channel, they also have a YouTube channel. They're really good people. They're in the van full time and they're running all over the country. Really, really neat story. All right, so we're back on how much it costs. So propane is, like I said, most expensive in the summertime because I'm running that. But and other than that, food, food. But those are like the big like normal maintenance things. I think this year I spent some really big cash on. I got new tires. It was like $2,800. That was pretty expensive. And I have to get six, not four, but six. And did a suspension upgrade, which was really needed. And it does drive smoother. It really does. And I was a little worried about the tires, honestly. I was worried they were going to be a little noisy or something like that, but they're actually not bad. Not bad at all. It's pretty handy. But the only thing else I got to do is yeah, it's a big decision to be full time. It's a big deal. I'm telling you. I, you know, I know it's expensive. I totally get the expense, but a lot of my friends who they try it for a couple of years and they're like, well, and then they start thinking, okay, now what? So just be aware that that is very common and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go out and check out things and do things, you go right ahead. And I know people who buy their first rig and realize it was the wrong rig. I know I did that. I needed some time to make sure I got the right rig. So I'm in the right rig for me now. And life changes, right? Who knows? Maybe I want to take one of my kids for a much longer trip and we need a bigger rig. I might rent one. I might do something different. I love, love, love some of these big class A's. That's not how I travel. And campgrounds are okay and they're fun. And I love meeting my friends and doing stuff at them. But my dog loves the space. And honestly, I travel for my dog. I really do. I travel places where she likes and she can go and she can feel comfortable. Because when I go to these lovely resorts and they're really lovely and they're gorgeous, she's stuck in my rig all the time. She doesn't even want to go outside and go to the bathroom. She doesn't feel comfortable around other dogs. And she just like cocoons herself. And I feel really bad. So I know when I go someplace and she can bark and have fun, it makes a big difference. My 3 different trailers paid off. So it's better. Oh, yeah. Paid off is paid off. Oh, yeah. We love a good paid off rig, right? Nothing says love like a paid off rig. Whew. Love that feeling. I had that with my van. It was nice. I'm in Maryland and I want to be the warm weather this time of year. Yeah, you and me both. Well, it's not bad. I'm in 70 degrees. It was super cold like a week or two ago. Oh my gosh. I totally winterized my rig. Absolutely did. 100% because it was like 29 degrees, 28 degrees. I got to do some energy tests, which is nice because I like seeing if my new Van May gear partition is working, and that was really neat. I got to use some cool thermometers and do some thermography around. I love when I get to be a scientist. Oh, it's so much fun. And do little tests and check out things. Whew. All right. Sweet tea break. St. Paul, Minnesota. Yeah, that's a little icy. A little. You know what Minnesota is known for? I mean, it is a really pretty state, though. I will admit, I really like Minnesota. I like it in the summertime. I do. I've been to Minnesota a couple times. The lakes are gorgeous, and I'm a big fan of the Great Lakes and that whole area. Lots and lots of little lakes. Yeah, I did not miss moving back to Tennessee way back when I moved back, 07, something like that. Did not bring a snowplow. Did not bring a snow shovel. Now, yeah, we get snow down here, but not like Chicago. Oh my gosh, nothing like Chicago. And when we get snow, the whole town shuts down. What I miss between you and me is remember when there were snow days for kids and kids didn't have school? It was like, woohoo, it's a snow day. Now that we've had COVID, not so much. Everybody's like, oh, just get on your computer. We'll have a remote day. Not so much fun. I think kids still have days. But have some hot cocoa. Make those grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. Have those moments. I think the more I talk to my European friends, the more I realize we really need to give ourselves a break sometimes. A lot of us are working really, really, really hard out there. And as Americans, we don't take the time. It's beautiful here, but I'm done. I'm done. I get it. Been there. That's how I felt about Chicago. I was like, it was fun, but I'm done. And I was ready to, get back to Tennessee, honestly. It's stunning. It's stunning where I am, Tennessee Valley. Even though right now I'm in northern Alabama because I want to be around my kids and hang out there. It's the best thing. It's been fantastic. I did go to Bankhead National Forest, which is not that far away, like an hour and a half away, and play around there, and then went around the Tennessee River, and we got to do the whole bass fishing tournament. That was really cool. Lots of stuff like that. Anyways, okay, let's get back to the questions. Oh, I just need to figure out what kind of, let's see. There's a lot of things to think about when you start thinking about getting a rig and going full time. I think, honestly, I pack too much. I know I pack too much. And so I've learned, don't pack so much. The only thing I had to repack this year was I learned I used to have all this dishes and plates and stuff. I have plates for 4. I have cups for 2. I have silverware for 4. Just in case I want to invite someone over when I'm camping, go, hey, you want dinner? And have some silverware for them. That's the only thing that I'm like, I am not carrying. If you come to my rig and you want to hang out with me, bring your own cup. For the love of God, just go ahead. I'll wash the dirty dish. I'm okay with that, but bring your own cup. Everybody's got a cup, right? We all do that, those things. All right, where was I on the thing? It's a thing, man. You have no idea. I made dinner for 3 other people at Overland Expo in Colorado because it was raining. And most of these people had a Jeep and they didn't have a lot of places to sit. And it was just very, it was misty, icky, whatever. And so I made, what did I make? I think I made chicken penne pasta. Is that right? I think, yeah, some kind of pasta dish. And which, by the way, it's not as easy as it sounds because having to cook all this stuff is fun. Truck camper. Ooh. I think a trailer is the best thing in the back of mine. Yeah, truck campers are cool. I love truck campers. I was initially thinking I was going to get a truck camper, but I need a little more space. And honestly, my kids are really, really tall, like 6'5". So if I have a kid that wants to go with me for a weekend or something, this didn't make more sense for me. Anyways, but I mean, by the time you had to cost the truck camper, there's that one. It works. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm changing lanes here. All right, where were we? Oh my gosh, I digress. Let's take a look. Where are we? We're in a beautiful place. Going in a valley. Look at those clouds and blue sky, bright blue sky. Looks gorgeous. You know what's really fun is when I'm doing these drive streams and people are on the road and sometimes they get stuck behind me, especially in traffic. And next thing you know, I get a message going, I saw you on I-75 northbound, or I saw you on I-80 eastbound. And it's a hoot because I have my name in the back of the rig. And it's also interesting. Sometimes I get people who are sitting in the passenger seat going, oh, I'm watching her drive, I'm watching her do this, and they get to participate and meet new friends. And I'm definitely not dancing. There's no TikTok dancing going on here, and I'm not doing any kind of acrobatic stuff. Oh no. Nope. I'm just driving in my RV. All right, see you later. Safe travels. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being part of our drive stream. I'm actually going to be closing this out pretty soon too, because I typically only do 30 minutes of a drive stream, but I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks, guys. We will see you on the road. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, get that bell to get notified when I do a fun drive stream, when I put out the lives, when I put out the new videos. And every Monday, guys, we're back to New Product Mondays. If you haven't seen my New Product Monday videos, even the old ones, they're really, really good. They're really, really cool. So just have a great week, and we'll see you guys on the road. Bye-bye.